Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Gran Turismo 7. Today, we're going to be doing sports mode. We're going to be doing a little bit of Sardengo again, Daily Races B, and we're going to try and take on Daytona. Now, I was having issues with this. I believe last video, or the video before that, but I was having a bit of a mess about yesterday after I did the video, and I was sort of right but also sort of wrong. So I've had a look at the racing leaderboard globally, and other than the American racer, the 296 GT3 2023 Ferrari was the second best car. Now, I don't have the American racer because I didn't buy the DLC, but we're going to try and get one of the best times with this car. Will I be able to do it? We'll have to wait and see. So, just got to tune this car accordingly. Let's have a look, just for a little refresh. Maximum speed's been set. Setting speed maximum speed too high will reduce the acceleration, leading to enable loss of speed. The optimum RPM for shifting up the gear is displayed. Okay. So let's raise that just by a little bit, only a little. And we're gonna take the brake horsepower down to 562. Let's have a look at that. Based on the power restrictor, still 700. 562, it's now 592, 553, 561. I think that's the best we're going to get it. Also fitted on a turbocharger, high RPM. I don't like messing about with this side of the tunings too much because I don't understand it, to be honest, but we'll get there. We will get to this bit. I don't know when, but at some point. Okay, so everything's within the regulations of the race. So till then, we're going to do some time qualifiers until the next race begins, and we're going to try it out. As always, first lap is always going to be the slowest, purely because for the first lap you're only just building speed. You're building up your speed. Come to the second lap and the laps after that, that's when the real speed begins to happen. So I've massively reduced the downforce for this car in hopes that while I may lose traction, I'm also gaining overall performance points. And the good thing about that is that by doing that, I'm gaining performance points, but it's not interfering with my brake horsepower. So this should go a lot faster. And as you can see at the bottom there, already with my previous lap time, my previous lap time was with a Porsche. Already, I've already got the advantage within the first lap. And all I'm doing now is just flooring it. I'll work on the waistline in the next lap, but for now this is just a general basis of what this car can do compared to my previous lap time. And I was 782 milliseconds faster. So already that is a massive improvement. So then the next lap, I'm also going to turn down the traction control systems down to 0, as I won't be needing them in this race. While it does give me a lot more traction, which is good to stay on track, then it's mainly used for turning. So when you're over a big U-turn or big tight turn, the lower it is, the more gently you need to accelerate in and out of corners. And the same goes for braking. But as this is Daytona, and it's just a big massive loop, I'm going to be turning it down. Though of course, the higher up it is, and especially with Daytona, as cars like to ram into you, and while you're turning your car, like so, and a car rams up behind you, whether it's accidental or not, you will spin out. But if you're going completely straight, the car should not spin out. You'll have less you're less likely to turn out to spin out if the TCS is high, from my understanding, and if it's low, you will definitely spin out unless you're able to control it. So we are now approaching the starting points, and I'm going to turn it down to 0. And I'm going to see if it's any faster. And already I am gaining by 5 milliseconds. Now 10, it is massively fluctuating, but that's okay. Now there, my past time has beaten me because I took a different racing line. So let's follow the preset racing line as best we can right now. Ahead by 4 milliseconds. As soon as I leave the racing line, it goes up by, I'm 80 milliseconds behind. So if I veer off slightly to the right, it goes down by a lot. But if I stay tight, not too tight, but if I stay tight, it goes up by 50. So the Daytona racing line, at least for this specific car, is not optimal. And that's because of the handling of the car, the power of the car, loads of different things. Almost hit the barrier there. Oh. And already, again, beating my record. Was at 47 seconds and 288 milliseconds. Now my record is 46 seconds and 455 milliseconds. So already you can see improvement. Now what I want to know now is that if I go wide, as Daytona's hill is slightly slanted, if I go wide up the hill to then go down the hill tight, will I gain that extra bit of speed and momentum if I time it right, like so? You can see at the bottom I was gaining for a little bit, whether that's because of, again, race line, I can't be sure. Gaining by a little bit. By looks of it, I was gaining by 2 milliseconds. And also by the looks of it, it's been capping off the bottom there at gear 6 at 190 miles per hour. So I'm gonna go finish this lap first. Finish this lap. We're gonna exit. New best time. 4-star roulette. We'll open that at the end. Don't mind me just opening a can of Coke. Okay. So it was capping off at 190 miles per hour, which is gear 6, the maximum for gear 6. So I think I've set that too high. So if I set that back to stock, if that might not need changing. We'll go with 300. I think it might be maybe 310, or it might even be. Well, we'll have to see. That's what tuning cars is all about. Finding the sweet spot. So we'll just enter now, just so we're ready. Okay, again, best time is 46 seconds and 455 milliseconds. I won't beat that lap 1, however. We will see if we can beat it in the next. So it's limiting off at 180 miles per hour, and it's still limiting at 190, or what was 190? Let's have a look now. However, that could actually just genuinely be that 6 is just the gear limit. But we'll see if the miles per hour increases as the car goes faster. 190. Well, as you can see already, I am gaining time. But that is from my past time just gone. Don't mind that. I'll take a bit of time to reclaim, but it's all good. I can't see my ghost for some reason. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's stick tight. Best we can. And they are gaining. Why? I am not sure. There we go. And there we go. Okay, now it is just about trying to beat the record I've set myself. And by the looks of it, I might have been going faster the higher it was, so... Well, I'm still hitting the 190 miles per hour. But I still seem to be going faster. So, I'm going to set it up even higher than it was before and see what happens. Yeah, it seems to be maxing out at the 47 second, so we're going to exit. Just quickly cancel that. Oh, I might not. I've had to cancel it maybe. I'm not sure, but it's all good. And I'm going to come back to here, set it back to what it once was, just give it, we'll increase by 1 to 330. And we'll see if that gives me the edge. And I'm going to keep on raising it. However, I do think that the top speed transmission for 330, we will have to stick with that for this race coming up. Let's see, already I am hitting 180 and it seems to be going up faster. Well, I want to know if it can go up to 191, It's maxing out at 190, so I want to see if I can push it. 191, there you go. 192. So when it was at stock, which was just, if I remember correctly, 300, it was capping off at 190, I think. I don't know, I forgot. What I do know is that I haven't gone over 190 yet. So increasing the top speed transmission was a good idea. So it is working. But how high can it go up? There's for different ways, for different tracks, it would be, the transmission would be different. Like for the Nürburgring, I don't have experience with. I have experience with the Nürburgring, but not so much tuning cars for the Nürburgring. So, what the description was saying, the higher or lower it is, I believe the longer it takes to reach those speeds, but the higher it goes. And the longer it takes to change gear. So, in Nürburgring, as there's lots of turns, it would be annoying because there would be going really slow and then it would take too long to go fast, which would be quite bad around the corners and quite risky for the straights. But for a nice big long track like this, like Daytona, especially this route, you just keep your foot on the gas and just keep going. Just keep going, letting the end, less miles per hour, keep going higher and higher. So, because of that, you won't have to worry too much about how long it takes to go fast, just purely the speed of the car. Unless, of course, you hit a barrier or the start of the race. But in the start of the race, of course, you got your slipstream, and as long as it's just a tiny bit different to the car in front of you, you would still be able to get that slipstream and zoom past them. From what I understand. So we're going to see if I'm right, but by the looks of it, I am P3 already, and that's at the start of the race, so we'll have to see. P7, American Racer. So my tuned car is faster when it should be the opposite. So that's telling me I'm somewhat on the right track. I might be able to change a few tuning settings here and there, but by the looks of it, I'm on track. And that's good. Now let's see if we can either keep the podium or get P1. Already, they've taken the inside line. Coming in the slipstream. Need to be careful. Gotta be careful. The American racer is already taking a charge. However, he is less than a second away, so I might be able to latch onto his slipstream. That's changed now, but he does seem to be hitting the barriers, and he's braking for some reason. So already that should give me a bit of an advantage. And I need to be wary of this car. That's just behind me. I want to try and defend my position as best I can. If he has me on the corners, I'm in trouble. But I can easily defend on the straights. Somewhat. But I just need to be mindful that I've got my TCS on 0. Around the corners, I want to try and outrun him. Like so. Best thing to do when it's this, when you're mid-race, I reckon, is to let them pass, play the long game. Let them pass so you can get in the slipstream, because you have the faster car. Let them pass to then immediately overtake them using slipstream. But this is the main reason why all the American racers at the moment are winning, because they're buying these cars here through the DLC, and because they're already, I mean, as they are pre-tuned, as you can see, I've had to tune my car to its maximum, or what I believe it's the maximum to be as of right now, just to get P1. Just. And the American racer is very close to overtaking me. Very close. But see, if he'd done the same as me, then he would have easily won this. Easily. But if you look at the leaderboards for these daily races as of right now, all of the, I don't know exactly what number, but what I can tell you is that I can guarantee you the first 100, probably the first 200, 300, but all of those, they have definitely 100% tuned their cars. 100%. And that's how easy it is to lose a race. Just like that. I'd quite like to see what happened there. But if I leave, it should replay anyway. I think. Maybe. We'll have to see. No, it doesn't. Oh, well. From what I can remember, I was coming up onto him and the car ghosted. And I went left to try and maintain that inside line to push him out. He went right and then went left, and that spanned me out. And why that happened? Because not as much downforce on the car and 0 TCS. So that's the only thing. Limiting the downforce on a car makes the car go faster, but ultimately it turns it into a death trap. So the best way, as of right now, the best way I can completely outmaneuver them we'll stick with 330 just for a non-qualifying, just to see how much of a difference it's making, if I can get a better idea. Okay, let's switch TCS down. The brake balance, I'm not honestly too sure on. I'm not honestly too sure on. I know what it does. It changes the braking strengths from front to rear, but as this isn't a braking race, I don't know if I don't know if it would make a difference messing around a bit, but also I'm not comfortable messing around with that for any car. So I don't know. So I won't be messing with that. Okay. I've got enough speed to do a lap. Okay, record wise, well no. Compared to lap 1, I should say, not record wise. I am already beaten. I'm beating by a second as of right now. Oh, spoke too soon. As of right now, I'm beating my past self by a second. And I see that would have been a faster time as well, but I went slightly off-road. That's the thing with the inside line. It's the same with any track, and it's also the same if you don't brake as much. Late brake, late acceleration, you can go off-road. Now with my bike, I should have been paying better attention. But I reckon I can get that score again, maybe faster. There we go. It was 1 millisecond slower, but that's fine. As I've done a full lap now, the time's been reverted back to normal. Gotta be wary of that yellow line there. I want to stay close to it as I can, but I don't want to breach it. Like I almost did there. And I did just now. You watch now though, you watch now. I'm going to get the perfect lap. Perfect lap right now. When it doesn't even count. One thing I'm going to do to make it a bit easier to follow the line when I'm going straight is to just ever so slowly, when coming out of the turn, slowly move my wheel forward just to make it a little bit easier to maintain a straight line that's parallel to the edge of the racetrack, like so. Near parallel, but that's fine. It is parallel now. Stick as close as I can to the inside of the track and going straight now. Again, best I can. And as you can see, that is another record. The world record at the moment for this specific race with these specific regulations is 45 seconds. And that is with, of course, the American racer. Year, I believe, 2015. And while it isn't an official car, I don't believe it was made by the creators of this game. So we're going to see if I can just improve my scoring by a little bit. But I will not be able to beat that time in this current car. So it is actually really tempting to get the DLC now, just to see if I could get the world record. It's so tempting now, but maybe at some point, I don't know about now. Okay, entry period is in just under 3 minutes. We will join the next race and we will see if I can still hold my own with the current qualifying time I have just performed. Right now I'm gaining by 12 seconds. I was gaining by 12 seconds. I reckon that was because I went downhill a bit there, I believe, actually. So when you come back to the start line again, I'm going to try and replicate that. Just to see if it was because I went up or down a hill, I just got a little bit of extra speed from the previous lap. So I did something like this, went over this, and yeah, I was gaining a bit of speed because of because it was slightly sloped. So I have to remember that for the future qualifiers and race. My car just peeks over there, but I am happy with my current record. I have improved it. So let's see if I can keep it up in the actual race. And to finish off, let's see. Nah. So the current race line I've got already is perfect. I've done 2 races so far, and for the Porsche, before I did all the tuning, I was getting P10 and downwards, but now I'm getting within the top 3. So far, I've only done this race twice with this current tune and car, but we're going to see if that holds up, and if it does, well, already, by just doing it only just once, I'm definitely doing the right thing. But if it keeps on doing that, I am 100% doing the right thing. Okay, here we go. I must apologise for the thing that just happened, where it just like cut. Yeah, I accidentally clicked stop record. That was my mistake. I should be able to. What's it? I should be able to connect the 2 videos together though, so it should all be fine. I hope. Alright, but I've got to focus now. So I've got a race to win. And if I could connect the 2 videos together, I might be able to make the video slightly longer if that's something you guys want. I'm happy doing just your average hour-long video, or just shorter or longer videos, whatever you guys want. Let me know in the comment section. So far, yeah, I have 100% lost this because, again, American Racer 2015, and I was 100% fully tuned. If you guys remember in the last race I just did, the set with that American Racer that knocked me off of the track, his car was just stock. He didn't fully tune it, and it was already close to beating me. Another example is that I know that there's an American racer just behind me. I think it's that light blue one just there, directly behind me. Not the dark blue one, the light blue one. And that, I believe, was an American racer. I know there's one behind me, it just depends whether it was that colour. And because he isn't already flying ahead of me by 3 seconds, or he hasn't gone up many positions so far, he definitely hasn't tuned the American racer the way it should be tuned to achieve the speeds that it should be achieving through the ranking leaderboard at the moment. However, a podium is a podium, and I will gladly take that. Just depends whether I can keep hold of it. My TCS is still on 3. Just saving this as a precaution, because that guy just knocked me, as you guys saw. And I was thankfully able to keep it together. I can turn it back down on the straights. I'm going to have to turn it up on these, because I'm fine now. But he's nowhere near me. That was my bad. However, again, do we have the same car or not? I'm not sure. But I will be able to gain on him. Trying to knock me there. Okay, I'm going to give him... Never mind, he just crashed. I was going to give him a little nudge on a straight so he would go faster. Well, that might make him think I'm helping him. That would actually benefit me, because by the end, by lap 9, I could get in a slipstream and overtake. And we are lapping people already. He just tried to completely cut me off of the track. My car was starting to spin. I was getting a bit worried, but it ended up putting him back. Who was that? That was Gearhead. There he is, flashing me. Trying to tell me to slow down or something. I do not know. And there you have it. That is how you get the best lap time with, of course, your current car. Mine being the 296 GT3 2023, which I specifically bought for this video, so I could try and better understand myself, but also try and hopefully help you guys better understand how to win this race. As for the American racer behind me, as you just saw, he finished P12, but he did not finish. He quit. Whether that's because of dirty racers, as you just saw, the guy behind me. Yeah, there you are, right there. But he should have been second place. He should have been. Would it let me? No, it wouldn't. I was going to see if it could let me view their car's tuning setup, but it wouldn't let me. But I can just quickly find the library for you guys, so I can show you guys this exactly. Give me a minute. I'm not too sure where the replay is. No, it's definitely not here. I've never really looked at the replays before. So it's going to be my library? No. Wait. No. So you got missions, license, definitely not these. Unless it's in sports replay, to be fair. No, it's not there. I'm genuinely not too sure where it would be. It might be in one of these. Season or menu. Let's have a look at that. See what's new. I doubt it's going to be in here, to be fair. Yeah, because I bought this car, I'm now level 41. I'm making... Oh, wait! Oh, mind me, I can access all of this. Let's have a look. No, I don't think it would let me view it. Unless it's here. No. Replays. No, it doesn't want to show it. If I could find it, I'll include it in the next video. But if not, as always, guys, I hope you've had an amazing day. And yeah, I hope this video has helped you guys improve at the daily races race A, and possibly even future tuning races. If there's anything I could have done better, please let me know. And as always, hope you had an amazing day. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe. It helps out with the channel a lot, especially as I'm recently only just starting. And thank you.